Let me see. Could y'all hear this?
Not like this.
Could y'all hear stuff like that? Could y'all hear my sound bites? Stuff like that. Let me know. I'm not too used to StreamYard. I'm trying to get all my stuff together again. I'm the technician, sound quality man, producer, content creator, host of the program, Kev Rowe, Coffee and Kush TV, Kev Rowe University, and all of my students. If you could hear my sound effects, let me know. All right, cool. Thanks,
Not
Crockett.
like this.
Thank you. That's all I need to hear. I'm fucking around. Whew. I'm just trying to get it.
It's to you.
Thank you, champ.
Yeah, Gills, I got you on me. Yeah, man. Welcome to the U, have a seat. The only professor applying pressure when he teach. Big cloud in these YouTube streets. I cheat like Wiz Khalif. Call it in if you gon' speak. Press 1 when you checking in. I got the merch, copper, coffee, and kush shirt. Support the brand if you support the man. With the spirit of Steve Coakley, they can't hold me back and down and fade away. On a Michael Coakley. Only straight shooter on this computer. Who else you know gon' bring it to your real truth? Hallelujah. More haters, more moderators. Get yourself timed up and make it outlandish statements. Yeah, ain't no playing. Bungalow 54 is where you go with the herd. I got no patience. Either for God or you love Satan. It's reclassification over entertainment. It's to you. Everybody wanna have a school. It's for you. Care less what a hater say you do. It's for you. Press 1 if you support. If you don't press 2, it's for you. There's nothing over here but the living true. It's for you.
Press 1, press 1.
Press 1, press 1. Press 1, press 1.
Shout out to my supporters, though.
Press 1, press 1. Press 1, press 1. Press 1, press 1. Press 1, press 1. Everybody wanna have a school. It's for you. Care less what a hater say you do. It's for you.
I ain't trying to waste too much time no more. We behind. We behind. Yes, we behind. Press what? Lord have mercy. So much time. So much time. It's like we do this like every year. So it's like the same shit all over again. But this time is different. This time is different. Shout out to the people who support the broadcast, who support this Ali. Blessings to you and the family. One Mike, good to see you in this chat room, champion. Seth Bernardo, what's up, champion? Amanda, Forrest Glory, Bocat, Chris Love, Karen Devine. Of course, Tracy is with your boy. Terrence Deb, good to see you. Tyron Crockett, my guy. Pop Deuce, Sullivan Dre, Evelyn Bland, Karen Devine. Let me see who else up in here that I function with. Forrest Glory was good. Evelyn Bland, first one. Second one in the chat room. And shout out to Amanda for posting my links. Of course, is that it? Cool. Cool. Today I want to talk about something important. It goes along with the class, of course, and it goes along with what's going on in America right now. So as I progress on to the urban conservative, I do want to start my classes over here early. That way I can do my presentation on my program, my personal program. That's what I like: politics, sports, and having basic conversations about any damn thing, just like we do here, but a little more constructive over there. So shout out to the people who helping me out greatly, and shout out to those who don't, who left your boy and didn't matter, because honestly, a lot of these people are just distraction. A lot of these people just want to attach themselves to the role, as y'all can see, and it becomes like a headache at times. I'm no longer involved with that, like where people are masquerading as one person, but really are 10 people and 20 people over here and over here. It's just, if you got too much time. If you know me, you know I'm consistently trying to get to a definitive in my class, in my personal business, and all that. So if you blessed to be around that, and you just a waste of a person's time, you just more deceptive than the enemy. That means you are an enemy. You know, serpentined and serpent your way into whatever, and turned out everything is a facade. not what it seems to be, and everything is some matriarch Haitian casting bullshit. Press one to deceive men. That's how I look at every goddamn thing. I look at everything from what the fuck are women back here doing? Press one. That's how I look at shit. Man, what the fuck are people doing? And I had to realize it's not for nothing. Now, on the surface, it may be like, damn, that's some fucked up shit. Because it is. That is fucked up. And boom. But me, it's more like, what you doing? You're just falling more and more into a deceptive space. And then when I say, hey, what you doing? You're going to say, nothing. More lies and more lies, more lies, more lies. And then lies become your personal truth. You begin to believe that shit, you know, and you fall into that. So make sure you're over there at Coffee and Kush TV today because we got a great lineup of conversation, of course. Today's conversation, organic Americans. That's us. People like me. Press one, people who fall up under Mr. Gillespie. That's me. Organic American versus FBA, federalized Black Americans, federalized Indians, Pan Africans, Black, Latin, Asian, and white immigrants. Press one. Now, I've prepped my class enough to be able to take part in these conversations. So when it came to pass, you'll be able to articulate yourself. You'll be able to hold conversations. Press one, you'll be able to tap into the show like B does and become part of, not just sit back. We don't see what happens when people sit back and pretend. You don't want to be one of them. You don't want to be one of them. You don't want to sit back and pretend. That'll make you a deceiver. And you don't want to be that. You want to be a true champion. You want to address these matters, whether you right, wrong, 10 toes down, and go for it. You know what I'm saying? Using your vocabulary to challenge the world. Using your body. Nothing else. To challenge the world. If you're afraid to do that, you not care, bro. Because you gotta, that comes with being a part of this program. If you can find the time to comment on posts on Instagram and look at all of these thousands and thousands of reels coming down, you feel me? Thousands and thousands of words and just different perceptions. Most of them is 5 minutes, 17 seconds of constant. You got enough time to fuck with your boy Kev. Press one. You got enough time. You know? See who up in here. VC Realm. Who are you? What up? Who are you? Yeah, I ain't on keep pressing ones and stuff like that, champ. Hold up. Let me get you up out of here because I don't even do that and put you on timeout. Yeah, I got true supporters up in here. You feel me? I got true supporters. So the link is right there. It's not for you to just come up in here and press one. It's my personal class. It's 69 people up in here. Shout out to my Patreon who keeps this thing rolling, my Cash App. And matter of fact, let me get to that. Win, lose, or draw. Shout out to Cedric Jefferson. And I don't know how to pronounce your name. Pi. I'm going to call you Pi. Jamal Andrews. Shout out to you 2 times. And Deanne. What's your last name? Fiera. Shout out to you for making these podcasts and these conversations a reality. But we're dealing with organic Americans against the FBA, the federalized Black, against the Pan American, the Pan African, against all of the African immigrants who come over to ideologically subvert the organic Americans of this land, and this nation. The founding families of this whole nation. Y'all talking about the founding fathers. I'm talking about the founding families. Shout out to y'all, the founding families of the whole nation. The only republic that still stands. I mean, it's under a democracy, but it's still legally tangible. It's real. It's the only thing real. Are we here? So the conversation is who's eating cats and dogs? And all of the immigrants have come out against Donald Trump because Donald Trump said the immigrant, they coming over here committing crimes. They coming over here taking over apartment buildings. They on the internet eating bad things. Oh, they all on TV. Oh, they doing this one. They doing that one. And they are. A lot of these migrants are the criminals in these societies, and they just dumped them right here in America. Ain't no racism in saying that, in doing that. That's not racist. How all of the immigrants don't linked up together? You know why? Because now they are Democrats. All the immigrants that they just allow in this nation are Democrats. Where y'all at in this world? Like, are Democrats? They just allow 10, 20 million illegal immigrants to come in your nation illegally, get subsidized housing to guarantee a vote for the Democratic Party rather than give the founding families what's due to them. They approved. Hold up. I'm done with you people. They approved the reparations and then gave it away. Huh? Huh? And then they gave it away. They approved and then gave it away. Brothers, sisters, hit the fucking link. They approved. I gave y'all the info. They approved. Shit, I don't even got to come over here no more. They approved the reparations bill and then gave it to foreign people. Oh, damn. Fuck that link. They approved reparation and gave it to illegal aliens. Hit the fucking link. Hit the fucking link. They approved reparation and gave it away to foreigners. Oh, it's not that they didn't approve reparations. They still approving. California state passes 3 bills that will create reparations agency funding. They're approving your reparation for the benefit of illegal blacks, illegal Asian, illegal Ukrainians, illegal Jews, illegal Polish, just like they did in the early. Thank you so much, Deb.
Hi, good morning, sir.
Good morning, young lady. What's on your mind?
The fact that they brought in people to replace the original organic Americans. And it's been going on since they started the war against your people.
Yes, ma'am.
And it's continuing today. Looking at the recent immigrants, it seems like this is a 50-year cycle matching up with your Jubilee.
Yes, ma'am.
The link you put in with Jim Jones and the Jonestown Society.
Yes.
I matched that up to him going back to Brazil and Cuba in the early 60s, late 50s to bring people into Indiana, Negroes from Cuba and Brazil. And then after they started a base with those people, then they moved them to Los Angeles and San Francisco.
So a lot of what you're saying is a lot of that Georgetown, that guy who allegedly took those blacks was actually in reverse. He was bringing a lot of foreigners in by way of missionary tactic, correct?
Yes, sir. Supposedly a religion, when in actuality he was funded by the United States government. He was backed by the United States government. This is a pattern.
Yes.
The San Francisco, we're talking Fillmore neighborhood.
Yes.
They called it a ghost town after that happened. These were doctors and lawyers. They took the organic Americans out of there. They replaced them with the people from Indiana.
Which were originally from South America.
Yes, sir. Brazil and Cuba.
That's right.
Yes, sir. This pattern, which is happening here in our face. It's something that's been going on forever. You know, they get citizenship there, like in the islands. They actually become American citizens in the islands.
In the islands by way of what? Military or the ports or what is it?
It's a portal. It's a whole system to wash out the organic people.
So it's an accepting of their even trafficking. They're accepting being trafficked out.
Oh, yes. Yes, it is human trafficking. It is treason. To not speak on it is treason.
That's right.
I just know that Kevro has taught me my part in it, being a military baby, you know, trained up to be an Indian.
Right.
Your tribe bullshit.
Right.
And it's not true. It's not anything of the Lord, except that when I don't do right, I get chastised, and I know that he's opening my eyes so that I will see that my path lay with thee, to come in here and show myself, to show myself in the class and studying and participating in a way that you want me to.
That's right.
Because if you didn't want me to, I would not be here, sir.
If I didn't need you to, I wouldn't have said it.
Yes, sir.
You
yes,
feel me?
sir.
So everybody has to stand up, and no matter the person or the race or the creed. What I tell you, Deb, the genealogy thing, that's a storyline of Satan.
Titus 3:9. Yes, sir.
There it is. So that should give a lot of people relief. That should take the burden off, the conviction off of just being what you think you're cursed by bloodline, which is a fallacy. It's a trick of the devil.
Because it is written. And the fact that it is written, I know that there's a place for me in this world. I know that if I have to go back to wherever they drug me up from, I'll be all right, because I'll have the new eyes, the new Gills goggle, which shows me how to read the Bible. I need to bring it to you. I need to see what you saw so that you can correct me when I'm wrong. I've done so many bad things that I know that there's a way that I have redemption in my life. And one of them is to show my face on this screen.
which is not an easy thing to do. We're talking the early 1900s through the 40s, through the creation of the state of Israel, all the way up into now. You've seen enough.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The patterns of the Great Depression, the patterns of taking the gold away. I mean, They stole the Freeman's banks. They stole the post office banks.
There you go.
something that we don't ever speak of.
You're absolutely right. They stole the post office.
Millions and millions of dollars. Post office of New York is the Pony Express. You know, PONY is not this little horse going across the country. That's all fallacy.
Right.
Western, all of it is fallacy.
So you like myself, you can kind of see how they use black and darker skinned immigrants to subvert and destabilize the African American communities. And from the African American standpoint, a lot of us are like, well, we've been programmed. Oh, the white man want us all black folks, so we're kind of like embracing the immigrant, and the immigrant is federalized and really an insurgent, a civil insurgent. Oh, I'm recording that one.
Yeah. Right there, bars.
Bars.
Yeah. I tell you, that's a way for you to see that you are embracing the enemy. And it blows my mind that they can continue throughout YouTube with this drivel, like, such as yesterday's class.
Right.
Oh,
which part? Which part are you talking about?
The lady, the host, the
my goodness,
ridiculousness of all of them showing that they were immigrants. Oh, well, I'm an anchor baby. Well, I'm an anchor baby too. Well, I'm an anchor baby too. You know, my parents came in here under some kind of duress or some kind of false sense of it's bad over there, so we'll go to America and make it good.
Right.
Bull, you got subsidies back then to come in and have your children.
Right.
These buses of women coming in, and all of them are 4 months pregnant, 5 months pregnant. Well, where they've been for the last 4 or 5 months while they were getting them ready to come over here and learn English and have their babies. It's all humanitarian aid, and that's all brought in by the Nazi regime.
Which is?
National Socialist Party, which is the Democrats, which is the Dixiecrats.
Which is the Dixiecrats?
Which is the Know-Nothings. The Whig Party. It's all connected to Albert Pike.
Yes.
Bringing in the Masons to create the family, PH, which is the Prince Hall Masons, which brings up your Chicago Defender and the Porters, throwing that magazine out with the yellow journalism over and over again to create a false sense of it's safe up north. Come on, get on the trains.
Come on, get on the train.
Yeah, we'll pay your way.
Come on.
Offer you 7 times more money than you could ever get at a regular job.
They all up there working right now.
I don't know that. I tell you,
they in the mines.
Nah, they lost their luggage, sir.
Oh, damn.
They lost their luggage.
They lost their luggage, didn't they?
Yep.
I'm gonna tell you what my grandma told me. She said, "Man, you the only one in our family that talk like this, right?" She said, "All I could say is, I lost my luggage. I remember my mama losing her luggage, and to hear you say that is just amazing. It's touching to my soul, Dev. It's just a connection beyond the material. You know,
it is heartbreaking.
My luggage.
It's heartbreaking.
And then we find the luggage. Dev.
Yes.
We found the luggage.
They switched clothes. They used the piles of luggage. There are basements full of people's belongings still to this day. Still to this day. There are people that hold museums of the Great Migration.
And I'm about to go. I'm about to go to everything I can while I got YouTube money and I'm able to travel and make these things happen. I've never even heard of things like that you can go and see, because that's something that I would love to capture for my audience, and we ride together anyway. So yeah, they took us. They make us seem like the Underground Railroad was the best thing since, and it was the end of it all. It was the beginning of the genocide.
Yes, sir. One of the waves of the migration, they call it the Great Migration, but it was 3 or 4 different periods of time of the 50-year Jubilee. You know, they don't start right on 50 years. They got a big plan going on.
Right.
A whole, what's his name? Albert Pike wrote about it, you know, wrote about the 3 world wars that it would take to bring up the total annihilation of the organic people. They don't really want to save anybody.
So it's really just a complete play a blind eye, play deaf ears, hear nothing, see no evil type of approach to their plight. And that way we are all in collusion with it. It's more like an organized, we don't understand what you're saying.
Yeah, like it's too much for us to delve into, so we'll just go play hockey and whatever else ridiculous shit you got.
Right.
Olympics. Let's just say the Olympics. And
right.
When you say the Olympics, that's all distraction, diversion, and it came in with the overthrow.
That's right.
Those rings came in with the overthrow, and they signify Saturn again.
The rings of Saturn.
The Saturn worship. The ring on the finger, the marriage. It is the marriage of state and woman to subvert the child and get rid of the man. Continue to put your children on a list called a birth registration, which is a certificate which is sold on a bond market.
Talk that shit, yeah.
They put liability insurance on each child every time, and then your life goes like this. And it creates the International Monetary Fund. That is why our life goes like that, because the stock market don't work unless it moves. They bet on the neighborhoods. They use it like a grid program. They bet on the neighborhoods, not the individual person all the time.
But it's well, not the individual, because really you just create the setting again. Universe 25.
Right.
The outcome will be whichever one of them mice get out of there. I mean, God bless his soul, right?
Yeah. Here comes the big thumb. The law, you know, their civil law, not common law, not divine law, not God's grace. The letter of the law.
That's right.
And it's a doozy. It's a doozy.
Judging by the prison system filled up with the organic Americans who have accepted democracy. I mean, most of them are Democrats.
Of course.
All of my friends, when we did bad things in the community there, we all Democrats.
Yes, sir.
And if I was to say in my neighborhood, I'm voting for Trump this time, they're going to think I'm a blood. You understand what I'm saying? What? Like, it's triggering. But I'm just saying, like, everybody's Democrat. 94 crime bill affected nothing but these people community. Here you have Joe Biden, a lot of Democrats, I'm gonna call them the fusion party, came up with this one where they were trying to make us incompetent beyond repair.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes.
See? So when you got Joe Biden up in Congress, he was not only saying make you a prisoner, shit, you're already there. Okay, mandatory sentences for this. But the thing is, let's get their young ones and make them, let's get them into the system, because they may grow up to snatch my mama's purse.
His to watch him on TV. I reviewed that tape, and the fact that he calls human children predators.
Super predators.
That
was me too, Dad. I was just a good kid.
Put them in a box, and that box is going to be, you will do that lifetime, and you will do life. Your trust busted open forever. And if you survive in there, you're going to go through medical experiments. You're going to go through sexuality. You're going to go through police brutality. These, excuse me, the children have such a small chance of becoming men, such a small chance of becoming men. There are no positive role models on the TV, on the YouTube, on the, you might find a basketball coach somewhere that'll give them the idea of you can get rich playing basketball.
Right.
You can bring yourself up out of the hood playing basketball or whatever the sport is, football, give you some concussion, the fact that it is not going to change without the men standing up. It just isn't going to change without the men standing up and seeing it. Being able to see that it is a school to prison pipeline, but it starts with the mother. It starts with the matriarchy, the fact that we're not under the father.
Oh my goodness.
No guidance. No guidance.
Oh my goodness. It starts with mama.
Yes, sir.
That's a hard thing to accept.
Yes, sir.
I was watching something on my algorithm as I dropped it on my Patreon chat yesterday. It was with a brother. After I got off the air, my algorithm sent me a young black man saying exactly.
It increases bass, low frequency.
Saying exactly what I said yesterday, which was the matriarch and the mother and the state program is planned. This young brother said the first time I ever went to jail was because of my mama. The first time my family don't have anything because my great grandmama $40 for $40 kicked her husband out the house. We supposed to be O'Shea's or something. He said O'Reilly's or something. He said we took our great grandmother last name, and what the heck? And the father passes on his inheritance to a son.
Yes, sir. And the firstborn is to go to law. This is her place to be running in the Senate to begin with. That's all part of the plan.
That's the son place.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
The firstborn.
The firstborn. He's supposed to know everything there is to know about head of household, family affairs, and how to control things in respective to his father. Press one.
Yes, sir. The Lord showed us. He showed us the proper order of things. There's no getting out of the matriarchy without the proper order. It's not going to happen.
And that means grandmamas and them took the house and the name somewhere down the line. Which wasn't a few grandmas ago. Some of y'all grandmas still here. It's time to start getting them questions asked. What happened to grandpapa? Where's the picture? Where's this? How did we get here? I'm not believing no more damn putting an Indian cockatiel feather in my head or another African story until I talk to grandmama and great grandmama.
Yes. And 2 grandmas ago. I mean, we've got to let that sink in.
Yes.
That they were speaking English, reading the King James Bible.
Right.
The people that were taken off of this land. These were not Indians. These were not Egyptians or none of the little lies that they made up for our eyes so that we can be confused. These were fully organic Americans under King George, under George Washington Gillespie. This is a family of survivors, a family of survivors. There shall be a remnant. It's written, there shall be a remnant, and the remnant shall rise. There's no other way. The men have to stand up.
That's what Nipsey meant when he said God will rise, meaning the true sovereign.
Yes.
Go ahead, Deb. I just like to hear it.
He who lives is in front of your face. If you keep up with the pace, you can be a part of it.
They don't want to see that. They
Oh,
want to see the illusion. They don't know that the remnant is around. And he gonna leave a small, because the Hebrew Israelite told them all them was the remnant.
oh, the 12 tribes, the picture papers, the cartoons, in the funny papers.
That's right.
It's in the funny papers, because with 1 Timothy 1:4, it also says, don't pay no attention to them old wives' tales, those fables, those genealogies. This is not something that we need to be hearkening on.
That's right.
We need to be listening to God. We have to follow you. We have to follow you. There's no other choice. That world is not for the remnant. It's for them to rise up, to become men and do the plan, which is to bring back the land, which is to have Jubilee. I own property
They
that
don't
was
even know what Jubilee, how that feels, Dev. That's a worldwide celebration. For his glory on the air. What's good? What's going on?
Yes, I just wanted to talk, well, I guess get on the video chat with you all and join in the conversation. I have enjoyed both of you all this morning. I think that one of the things that Miss Deb said that really stood out to me was about when you were talking about the immigrants and how they are using reparations in a way that benefits them. So they're approving the reparations.
Yes.
Give it to those who are illegal, who are not of this land, and they do it, like you said, Ms. Deb, by way of charity, which is from the church. And so when I was looking into like the Freedmen banks and things like that, what they said in the book was that a lot of the people that were clerks were clergy people. So these are clergy men of the church who are in position to allow legal notes to be passed, made, money to be shifted.
Wait. Are these, is this the Roman Catholic Church clergy? Okay, go right ahead.
So clergy, I'm thinking, hey, church, men of the faith, supposedly. And so when I was reading into it, and I was like, okay, so you not only have illegal trustees, but you also put men that are supposed to be of faith into positions to be able to move this money around, to make it where the books look like they are accurate, or that you are handling the
Oh,
you know
so
what
they're using the church as a double operative, because they're on one hand in charge, on the other hand in their clergy, where somewhere else, they actually have the keys.
Yes. Put it in different people's names and stuff. And so for them to put those people in position and then to basically steal the freedmen's money and move it around or put it into certain investments, or where, you're taking off the top, skimming off of the top, or
well, isn't that legal now? Isn't that how banks get down? Give us 10,000, we'll take 1,000 to the side, loan out the other 9,000. This is we're actually born inside their crooked world. Go ahead.
Yes. So I have got to, don't hear that, because I feel like the whole world makes it where they take our faith, our belief in the Father, and the fact that we are supposed to be charitable, that we are supposed to look out for one another, but they take it and they take advantage. So, with you having these benefits, there also is a responsibility. There's responsibility to follow the law. There's responsibility to trust God, to not have any other gods before Him. Like, there isn't just a you get reparations and then you move on with your life.
Right.
Action that you have, and that first comes with a change of mind, where you have to be renewed. You realize, we might have been false idols all of this time, and there's repentance. Say, okay, I might not have been following correctly, but now I'm following the law. With that, whether legal immigrant or you're organic, you have to turn back to God.
Yeah.
Oh, we're just gonna get reparations and we're gonna be good people and help people. No.
See, I know the type of help they talking about. That's like they self-indulge. They help themselves.
Absolutely. Idolatry, worship of self, of mammon, and trying to accumulate more things. scripture, we know that we are supposed to be content with whatever we have, whether we have abundance or we have very little. We just be grateful for the daily bread that the Father gives us. So that kind of what I take away from the immigrant. And then you all were talking about the mamas and how when you shared that video yesterday, sir, I was about in tears. Because imagine that you are okay with sending your son to a place no man, no one wants to go to jail.
Step into the mic because you're in and out. So okay.
You guys hear me?
Okay, I think so.
Okay.
I hope. Yeah.
Can you hear me now? I hope it.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I was saying, I really hard for process. Any mom send off her son, like to a place that you alone, that the government is trying to profit off of him, whether through labor, whether him just sitting there, because we know that energy is accumulated in those cells and things of that. So it's just when I was listening to it yesterday,
currency.
Yes,
not energy, currency.
Currency.
You a power of money. Go ahead.
Yes, I'm sorry for saying it correct. But yeah, thinking about that, how he was saying his mom was his was a senator, and just know that position, you would think would want to benefit her family. To hear the testimony that none of her family was profitable, they weren't good people. Testament. And I hope I am a mom, and I hope that what my children do is a testament to how I raise them in a profitable way, not where you can go down the list and say, well, this person won't blank, this person won't blank.
Right.
Blank. So I just wanted to comment that. Really grateful that you opened our eyes to be able to see how the Democratic Party it takes advantage, where it will try to placate, it will try to make you feel like, oh, we care about you. No, we have
there may be Democrats that may care about us, but in the track record of this Democratic Party and what it's more like a hidden communist Bolshevik regime controlled by the mind of Adolf Hitler with the face of Jesus Christ.
Oh, Lord. Their track been to, so whoever is, may they know that sovereign, that has full authority, and that has to be considered, and that is alive. And so this country has to accept that, and if they cannot, then they fall off into the abyss or into the lake of fire, I guess.
That's crazy how she explains that. Benjamin, welcome to the show. What's up, my guy? Good to see you.
Thank you very much for having me, sir. Can you hear me clearly?
I can hear you, champion.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So I didn't even know that you guys were on the show, but I just wanted to come in and chime in what I do know or have taken interest in, particular with the subject.
Go ahead.
So watching your video yesterday, it became a stark reminder to me of what I'm experiencing here as well. Because as I've mentioned to you prior, these
that you are, because they might think you up the street for me. Go ahead.
Oh no, I'm all the way in South Africa, by the way, in Cape Town, and we are experiencing a very, very similar issue of unregulated mass immigration, and all of that is usually done at the expense of the organic people of the land as well. So what basically happened here as well, for those of you who do not know, but I'm sure Deb is quite familiar with the process of what happened here. So they basically established a democracy on top of a sovereign republic, which was also under the King, George Washington III, who we know now is George Washington Gillespie, to be exact. And so what they usually do is that they seem to have these periods whereby they flood the nation with immigrants. It's more so to do a reset, and that usually involves mass funding. So they would fund these immigrants that come and invade your communities,
loaning
and in
money.
the process,
Federal way is
exactly,
they're draining
exactly,
they're kind of draining the finances and overloading the system and making it appear
exactly,
a crash.
exactly.
Go ahead.
And from what I have experienced firsthand, I mean, in my neighborhood, I spoke with a friend of mine very recently, and he explained that the local businesses are being extorted, so you are forced to pay in order to operate your business, and not to mention that this is the same place that you were born in. But at the same time, you tell yourself, this is where I was born, this is my ancestors' lands. But at the same time, these immigrants from all these nations, and particularly, most people would have a view that Africa is a unified continent, but it's under different jurisdictions. So where I'm from, it's under English common law. It's been that way since I can remember. And so all these immigrants have one thing in common: they are all under Roman civil jurisdiction, and that would be the former colonies of the Portuguese Empire, the German Empire, the Spanish Empire, the Italian Empire as well. But when they come here, they come under this civil rights style movement, whereby no, it's all for black people, Pan Africanism, this and this and that. But it's always at the expense of the organic people, because at the end of the day, they take away the opportunities for the organic youth. So that would be from employment opportunities, those would be subsidies in terms of our funding, opportunities to develop the communities as well. And they also bring in drugs and prostitution and all that stuff. That is an issue we face, particularly with immigrants from Nigeria on my side. They always bring in these drugs such as coke, crystal meth, and all of that stuff. So
Everything,
that the society,
that's why we all
exactly,
the black communities all around the world, because y'all probably see us like, dang, look what look at these brothers, they did that to them too. Look at this shit.
exactly.
So it's
That's exactly what I was telling you.
The international version, like, hold up.
Exactly, exactly. So that's what they do, and I've seen a switch in the collective moral compass of our community over the years. Because I mean, we used to have respectful youth who valued family and all of that stuff, but all of that seems to have eroded over the years with things such as teenage pregnancy, drug abuse, with issues of unemployment, and we have gangsterism as well in our communities. And it seems as though when this happens, the families, the family structure in general, collapses in on itself, and then they come in, they acquire this new property, they establish businesses. Meanwhile, for the people who were already established there, yeah, they are systematically pushed out so that these immigrants can come in with the funding that they do receive from the state. They acquire new property and all of that stuff. But it's always at the expense of the owners of the land. Always at the expense of the owners of the land. And it's quite ironic because the people we elect into power, or we have assumed or presumed to have elected into power, are supposed to represent us. But they always seem to be under this black empowerment thing, whereby no, you have to be for everyone. It's us against them, but at the same time, only to discover that they are always on the same side, and that's usually against the organic people of the land who have their real rights outside of civil jurisdiction.
So these liberation parties could be just black arms of the same brigades, because y'all organic people of the land is experiencing the same kind of civil attack. It's almost civil war on the organic.
Yes,
people.
sir. Yes, sir. Exactly. Exactly.
Their war antics and their missiles aren't just bombs. They're more like humanitarian handout and just waiting for the right time for you to. In our communities, it was the drugs. 80, 94, it was just a systematic. Now we're caught up in, Minority Report type of stuff. You can't even be seen hanging around, but
exactly. So that's what happened to us, basically, is that they had a system called apartheid prior, which is basically sort of equate it to the lynching times that you experienced there,
X.
whereby you could not move anywhere without a passport. And not to mention, this was your ancestral land. You've had title deeds, you've been established here in common law for a long period of time.
So they made you, by getting a passport, kind of like a foreigner, so that the foreigner would feel,
Exactly. So they had a past law whereby they established reservations where the natives.
Did they call you an African after that, or what? How did that go? I mean,
Exactly. So we did not even identify as African or black for that matter up until 1950. So the black African classification for us came in 1950. Something called the Population Registration Act. So it was basically to introduce the caste system in South Africa, whereby they can establish these racialized categories. So they had a category for whites, Indians, and your North Africans would be classified as coloreds, and then there would be the Black African category that just seemed to be a blanket statement or blanket label over the organic people of the land. And just so to say, these were prior to this organic kingdoms, because these were kingdoms, these were colonies prior to that. And under common law, not everyone can come in and do anything because certain people have certain rights.
It's illegal by common law.
Exactly. By common law, all of it.
Yeah,
all of it is illegal.
Bank. None of these people can. They're all funded by illegal. So, damn.
Exactly. So what they did is they reclassified us only in 1950. By the way, prior to that, we never called ourselves Africans and all that. They reclassified us to
or South African, or
yes, sir.
Okay.
South African. So the South Africans were the Germans. Those would be the Dutch, because the Dutch are just Southern Germans. So they were originally called Afrikaners. Yeah, so those would be the yes, sir.
The Afrikaners. Didn't we bring up the military of Afrikaners? We talked about these different. So these would be the black people, the black men who joined the German forces.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So
the black Nazis. This
exactly, exactly, and these are the same people that helped exterminate us in 1913. That was around World War I and World War II. So they called in our troops under Selassie as well, and under the Portuguese in Mozambique. And they worked hand in hand with Cuba as well, under Angola, to funnel these drugs with things such as Project Coast, that were basically biological and chemical warfare against the people of the land. But all of this was done during World War II and up until the end of the Cold War. I'm not sure when that happened. Maybe that was up until the 80s or something.
All the way up into Sputnik. They lost the radar.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So it was all the way up until then, but I can definitely see the parallels there, because they seem to be implementing the same strategy and all that.
You just connected the genocide, the connection between the civil things that were transpired. One thing I heard you say, Selassie, Cuba, all of these things.
Exactly.
This was early diamond country. Cuba.
Exactly.
That was the biggest district in the world at one point after the mass extermination programs.
Yes, sir. And the company's De Beers was actually established in South Africa.
Yeah, but those people are Jews that did this in Cuba.
Yeah.
I don't play with them. You feel me, Benjamin?
Exactly. Exactly.
Jewish people with the little funny hats, they was running the jewelry down there, Hyundai, in Cuba.
Exactly. And not only that, they also established sister cities in Israel as well, that were linked to the colony that was in South Africa under King George. That was it. The city's name was Ariel, I think. It was established during the Cuban Missile Crisis and all of that. That's exactly when it was established. So they could funnel these funds, but they also had a jewelry thing going on as well with the diamonds as well, because they had mines established. Mines of which many...
You just
Exactly. Exactly.
where the devil got all the skulls all around and he's all skulled out. You like, what is it? Those are jewels.
Yes, sir. Yes,
You
sir. Those
understand,
will be the furnaces.
the bingo. Fossil fuels and how they created these things was all out of
Mm.
yeah.
And I must say, I was really shocked when you showed that a couple of months back, I think, because I did not understand, like, even if you do hate the people, like, to go to those extreme lengths is just, it's just satanic at this point.
A real Holocaust, Benjamin. And you don't
Exactly,
want to
sir,
hold
exactly.
yourself accountable. Wouldn't you take their story?
Exactly, because you'd have to be held accountable at some point.
You need worldwide sympathy and a reason for this money to be given to you.
Right.
Because in real life,
Exactly.
Holocaust happened to our people and yours. And those benefits
Exactly.
are for us, not
Exactly. Not them. Not them. Not them. So when they come at you, they are always in the form of a double-headed eagle, whereby one head rather will argue with that other head, like, oh no, he is wrong, oh no, he is wrong. But at the same time, whatever they consume goes to the same stomach. They are all on the same side.
They disagree.
It doesn't matter who wins.
I don't know how they say it, Benjamin. They disagree. they agree to disagree.
They agree to disagree, or they disagree to agree, but it always yields the same result, which is always in their benefit at the end of the day. So it's been quite interesting. It's been quite interesting, and I'm so glad that I came across you and Kevro. And yeah, I'm quite grateful. I'm quite grateful, and I just wanted to get on and share my views and all of that as well.
Hey, I so appreciate you all the way from South Africa, bro. That means so much to me from South Central. Hey, Deb, anything? I'm just silly as hell. Deb, anything you want to say about what Benjamin was just saying and clarifying a little bit from our side? Because you a big help, just like him, identifying this so-called Confederate civil jurisdiction matter. Go ahead.
Well, yes, sir. The fact that they had the diamond mines, which were not mines down in the islands, were just transport centers. This is corpse. They brought in the corpse, which is the Army Corps, the Air Corps, all of them, to create islands of people to be bred, the ones that they wanted to train up to come in and replace the people that they had killed off. Because this was mass slaughter. The bones that the churches are built on, you have shown us the catacombs are their ransom. You know, they are holding God's jewels. This is written. The men stand up, learn to see and trust God so that they can make a difference in this world. It's time. I mean, there's no stopping me from talking.
So you're saying the bones being held is the ransom?
I believe so. Yes,
I believe so too.
Yes, the church is so guilty. I'm going to say the church, as in every friggin' one of them. If you do a 501(c), you are signing up for ball. You're signing up for ball. There's so many of them that just worship.
Hold up, Deb. Hold up. Could you say that one more time, just so they don't gotta pretend like they didn't hear you, Deb? One more time.
Every church that signs up for a 501(c) is signing up to participate in ball worship. This is not of God. The children are not to be numbered. Satan came in and said for Daniel to number the children. This is not a government's job.
Now watch this, Deb.
Yes,
Ball
sir.
is represented as the Die Glock and the Liberty Bell.
Yes, sir. The ball worship is all backed by jingle bells.
And bell and
Well,
Oh, damn.
They brought it in. I mean, they brought it in. It was a German invasion from the Bavarians. Look where the Alps are. This whole story is something brought in. They still worship Rudolph with the red-nosed reindeer. The goat, the ball is your 501(c) because you're signing up to participate with demons. The agreement with the church for money.
Facts. And that's necromancy because they're making money off the dead. So it's your participation. And now they say, oh, the church is this, but really it's the dead church. The 501(c) is the dead church. And it's the process of. So your black AMC and AMG church is no different than the Orthodox church in the Alpines of the Caucasian and the Caucasus Mountain. Some damn where it would be the Caucasus with worshiping them, Ron. Some damn where. Huh, damn, tell them the truth. It's the same thing.
And People's Temple, the Jim Jones suicide or massacre, is of organic people from America, and they don't say that. They don't mention that it is over and over again that they brought in people that had money, sold off their houses, old people that had Social Security, and put them in a 501(c) that was supported by the government. And then they got killed off.
So like Benjamin in South Africa, Cape Town, under the king, is subject to the same rules and regulations that what we call Afro-Americans or organic Americans, because they all come from that. Being that he's in Cape Town, right? They're under the king before the invasion. So civil law
Yes, sir.
Everything that you're saying about what's going on here, he can fucking relate to them.
Yes. The concentration camps, the contraband.
You know what that means? That means we are not subject just to the land, but under the jurisdiction of the king. So we are multi-landed, meaning the same people there are the same people here. As if they're how the Moors be trying to say, oh, we more, we all around. No. The original people of the republic under the king are the real people who can travel to each of our locations, our
domains,
the domains under the law.
Yes, sir. That's what I've noted as well. Definitely. So it definitely has to do with domains from my experience. It's all about domains. It's all about jurisdiction. What was what before what? Because most of this started after what we would call the 1898 global war or Great War, whatever they choose to call it. Because all of this civil jurisdiction came immediately after what they term here as the Anglo-Boer War, which is the Great War, which started mostly in 1898,
so it's the whole
continued
Aryan,
all the way.
It's the Aryan army.
Yes, sir. It's a whole Aryan army because it was multi-ethnic. It did not consist of a particular nation or anything like that. It was a exactly, and all of them were under the Federation of the Red Cross. So that's also very interesting because after their gruesome acts of betrayal and murder and genocide and all of that, they in the 1950s established this civil rights movement. I don't know, it was more on the psychological side since they were done doing damage on the physical side. In terms of physical extermination and converting the people into biodegradable fuels and all of that. So I would say at this point we are at a stage of mental warfare. That's more or less what it is. And it's all about winning over the will or the minds of the people onto their side to further their agendas so that their system can remain in place.
Do y'all talk about this a lot in South Africa? But no, the organic people. Is it like like us black folk in America? We got like a hidden language of nigga. You saw that type thing, you know. Y'all got the same.
Yeah. We definitely do. We definitely do, and I mean that we definitely do. There is that division, and they always will tell you like, oh no, you think you're better than us, so and so and so. You forget that we're the same. But deep down, they know that we are not the same.
Yeah.
They know how they talk about us behind our backs, and we know as well how it is. So it's always like they want you to be a part of them, but for their benefit. Because at the same time, they don't really like you. Because they've made that clear to us multiple times. I mean, there are multiple cases I can cite.
They letting the Afro Americans know they don't really like the Haitian migrants. They all coming out to do what? Vote against Trump because he said migrants ate some cats. That's what we saw.
And they do. They really do strange stuff like that, like eating cats.
Oh no, we must stand up for ourselves and vote for Kamala.
Yes, yes,
sir. I don't know.
Yes, sir.
And
they never.
We saw it on TV. We all was like, it's real. Remember 9/11? All of the Muslims couldn't even get on a plane, so they got to take this.
Exactly.
One. You feel
exactly.
That's
And all their arguments are always based around feelings. They are never on solid policy on what this man or that woman can do for the community. It's always around feelings. No, just because I don't like him, just because I don't feel good about what he said prior to this or in this instance, they never even mention once issues of policy and local governance, because that is the government that usually affects you mostly. It's
all the Democrat black people tried to do illegal PPP loans. That's why they don't like them, because they got caught up doing bad things over the COVID. So don't fall for the propaganda. They're not good people. These are criminals. Look at Fannie Willis. She didn't even make the subpoena. She got a warrant out for her arrest.
Yes, sir. Don't do bad things.
And they said, "Is Mr. Gillespie in court?" Oh no, go out there and check. No, that Monday morning, forget the Monday. That Friday night, it was a warrant out. Monday went full into effect. That's your last weekend. So whatever she was doing this weekend, she had a ball.
It's over.
She had a ball because this week she in trouble. You feel me? It's like, damn. But that's how it goes.
Yes, sir.
This civil thing is more like a common law betrayal. It's like the Friday of the 13th, the Last Supper type, the betrayal of the organic man. Welcome by humanity, like Forrest Glory said, by humanitarian aid, and boom, they got you. So they coming in playing sheep, but they're wolves.
Exactly. So they'll always
like
lead
Mormon,
you down a certain path.
Like the
Mormon, they'll always lead you down. Exactly. So they will lead you down a certain path, knowing that that path won't affect them as much as it will affect you, because you are always the intended target at the end of the day. So I'd say getting to know where people really stand in terms of their real solid foundation, what laws they follow. I mean, it's nice for all of us to be friends and get along, but at the end of the day, we stand on different principles. Yeah. We'll stand on different jurisdictions. So one thing that might affect me won't affect another person the same way it will affect me. Some of it will be to my detriment and benefit as well. So I think people should really look beyond the superficial aspects of our social interactions and just focus more on the basics, like the foundation of the individuals that they interact with and choose to elect as well into office. So yeah.
Right on. Forrest Glory, you got anything to say?
No, sir. I'm going to actually get back to homeschooling. I appreciate y'all letting me.
Yes, ma'am. Appreciate you so much. Deb, go right ahead.
This wolf in sheep's clothing reminds me of the Fabian Society, and their logo is a wolf wearing a sheepskin, and their policy is to do this revolt so slowly that you don't notice it.
It's so done subvertly. But
It's
one of the one thing our good KGB buddy brought up, who exposed their antics of ideological subversion, was they must get you away from your moral compass. And if
yes,
the moral compass is God, then all of these, what you was discussing, these little Marxists or communists, slow moving, subtle things won't be noticed, will be. If you know, wait a minute, they're turning the whole nation against their own
God.
moral compass and their word of God. You got them.
Yes, sir. Replacing it with the CIA's compass, which is that whirlwind of chaos.
There it is.
Swastika, which is your 28-day moon cycle.
Yes.
It's all connected. It's all their
Theosophy.
Thank you, sir. Madame
Blavatsky.
another actress who also played one called Ann Bennett, who is a suffragette. You're talking about the women's right came in just like the civil rights. When this shit comes in, it pushes off the organic man. Women in Germany had full rights. This shit came in to do this to you, to do this to the organic man. It isn't something.
Oh, you're saying that was a show. There was no this link between the white woman and the white man, because when they were linked together over in Germany and were together as one. Mother Russia, Father Germany, or however this goes.
Legion.
Yeah, but like you said, they came over pregnant.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. With full intentions of making anchor babies. Good plan.
So this was a whole movement. And we're thinking, our sisters is thinking, white women got liberation. We need to do our own thing. But that itself was to destabilize the family, to remove the head of household, the changed parent patriae over to the state.
Yes, sir. Putting you in mortmain, putting you under a corporation instead of God. You no longer have your proper hierarchy. You no longer know your place, and you think you run the world when really the corporation, the church, the humanitarian aid, and your college sorority is running you.
Wow. And that's crazy because they're talking about the Divine Nine and these college sororities who's back. But this is what I was discussing. This old Eastern Star, sisterhood, brotherhood, it's really at stake.
And they started the children. This is a nepotistic society where you put your child into what you were in. So that's where the Eastern Star and the Divine Nine get their children. They give them benefits.
They do what?
They give them benefits to follow daddy's footsteps. Well, let's say follow mama's footsteps, because daddy's usually not involved. But the children get benefits in their life through legal matters. If they get caught drunk driving early, they get.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to go off subject.
Right. But you're absolutely right. I get where you're going. And that's their beneficial package, and that's insane to think how connected that is. And these are the same groups that say we black. And then, like yesterday's show, the we black turns into, well, my father and mother was immigrants. Oh, yeah, mine's too. And then they're all speaking for the organic.
Yeah.
Because I don't care what Tariq Nasheed says. I'm not no damn federalized black American. I'm not. What is foundationally black? Nothing black is even associated with identity of who you are.
Because that's dead in law.
That's dead in law.
Choose to be dead in law. You have to turn back. This thing is a recognition of Baal.
Why would the Eastern Star fatherhood, sisterhood sell us black are dead in law? when they're the legal analysts. They're the ones on TV. There's the one Kamala Harris and this one. Why y'all still calling us dead when the average person is waking up to what that even means? Go ahead.
Yeah. The benefits from the beneficiaries. It's a stolen legacy. It's a stolen trust. And if they continue to pretend to be historically black colleges instead of stolen land from land grants that was stolen from the this is the people. This is the organic people that owned all the land. King James owned more of the world than any king in history.
So that's what I be saying about this Mansa Musa and all these made up characters and all this foreign knowledge stuff. I'm talking about who owned the world. Like, ain't nobody get bigger than the sovereigns, bro. Y'all people don't lost y'all mind. Ain't an Arab or a foreigner on earth that's better than the monarchs.
Yes, sir.
Are you crazy?
Yes, sir.
That's
There's a time for everything, and I'm ready to get my face off this screen. I'm so grateful to have come.
Thank
I'm
you.
so grateful to have showed up, sir. I don't want to stand in your anger. Give it to them. Deb out.
Deb. Deb out. Deb did a drive by. I didn't do nothing, Deb. You did it. They did it. They did it. Not me. These are foreigners. Haitian, Dominicans, and all of these things. These are all inbred brother lines of, okay, Puerto Rico, and all of these things are, all these people are here to destabilize. You ain't noticed that yet? My black man, my black brother out here talking about who's snitching and who did what? Ain't nobody talking about owning nothing. Ain't nobody talking about buying the block. Ain't nobody talking about buying no damn land and buying up communities. No, y'all just looking at Detroit. Price go lower and lower. They're gonna wait till it's a penny on the dollar. You Negroes is just falling behind because you don't want to go forward. And that's okay. Because I am. Like Deb said, you just can't sit around and think things is gonna be better. No, the men need to move adequately. You ain't gonna do that strolling on the internet looking for comments to talk under. You're not gonna do that. You've got to be productive out here. I do this YouTube shit, but I also got a whole business on the side. You feel me? I got a whole hustle I'm building up on the side just to add to my over there somewhere. You know, I'm learning like, damn, we was really so a demonocracy. Hit that like button and subscribe. I'm dropping the link. Yeah, I'm gonna make all the men. Yep. There go the link. Get up in my chat room, get to going. Deb is on one. Deb on one. If Deb can do it, if Benjamin from Cape Town, South Africa, you can too. Don't act like y'all at work. Y'all not at work today. Y'all playing around. Hit the like button and subscribe. Y'all playing around. Now that I ain't got no room to play and I'm going directly at the subject matter and what's important, we're going to find out just who attends the role. Let me see. All right, people love this show. People love these conversations. I could have got up here and said some bad things, but all I know is y'all can't get mad at us because people say y'all eat the immigrants is doing bad things. It just come with the territory. We seen the lady on TV eating a cat. Nigga, the cold part is Trump took one for all of us. Trump didn't even say the Haitian migrant. Trump just said, they're around abusing children, kidnapping girls, eating cats and dogs. That's it. Eating our pets. They're not the only one. These Venezuelan is killing geese. And nigga having barbecues. Asian folk is building up. Best of all, Don't act like you motherfuckers ain't said you motherfucking Haitians full of shit. Don't act like y'all ain't said these Chinese people. no, he dogs.
Not like this.
Y'all gonna sit y'all ass up and
Not
act like
this.
it's the worst thing that ever was said. Get the fuck out of here. Y'all asses up, always trying to take away from something. I heard y'all over there doing so bad down there in Haiti. This is what I heard. It's on YouTube that y'all got something called protein pies. Bread. They make mug cookies and be smacking them like this. And all the kids' teeth bucked up. And they actually eating rocks as disguised as pancakes. Press one. I saw that and said, what the fuck? Press one. It make me, come on. Don't give them time to eat all the rice. Nigga, cookie crisp you won't. I don't give a damn. General Mills should send food, processed food, corn. NASA should donate millions and millions of space ice cream and noodles. What the fuck that got to do? Motherfucker Elon Musk should deliver space packages to these people. I'm tired of Karen D. Jordan. I'm tired of this shit. Is that they taking advantage of us? What where Elon at? If they drop them motherfucking space ice creams to them kids down there on that damn NASA, nigga, and that shit, nigga, they ain't never had no space ice cream. Ain't nothing in it but just. But I'm saying we care. We care, but y'all don't care about us because y'all gonna vote Democrat. See, y'all gonna get over here and say we don't eat dogs and cats, so we eat Democrat. Shut the fuck up. Y'all do voodoo.
Not like this.
Y'all against God anyway.
Not like
don't
this.
got no sympathy packages for no Red Cross motherfucking migrant. Yeah, damn, nigga, y'all do voodoo. Now, don't lie. Y'all be practicing and cutting heads off of chickens with your mouth, nigga, like press one, and you do that right there. That shit up. Press one. Now you in the country where God rules, the God of this land. Press one. Oh, y'all, get that goofy shit up out of here. A lot of y'all family members is in voodoo too. A lot of y'all sisters' energy levels is on voodoo. A lot of y'all be practicing voodoo every damn day. Press one. Deception, the art of, and look what I'm trying to tell you. Don't play with Kev. Press one. All of them don't try voodoo on me. Just get that nigga. Get that evil eye. Even out their eyes is crooked. Press one. All these fucking witches and warlocks practice voodoo. They want to take a piece of your hat, a piece of your clothes, a piece of your hair, put it in a bottle. Press one, do all type of weird stuff. And no, you can't even say it's not true because I got the video right here. Yeah, I got the video. Yeah, y'all not Christian people. Don't try to act like y'all just ain't nobody over there eating cats and dogs and shit. Don't be trying to do that. Asian people ain't got up here and said that ain't true at all. You motherfuckers ain't been alive now. Woo, you ain't saying we don't do that. Yeah, man. Y'all people are insane. And that's why I don't do the black thing. I don't do the Hebrew Israelite and Pan American because all y'all collectively are the brotherhood and sisterhood of death. I'm cool. I reject that stuff right there. When I was mind controlled under the spell of the democratic voodoo practices, motherfucker, because you got to get up out of that. Press one. A lot of y'all family members is caught up in that. How to throw you off. Don't let them do it. How to throw you off. 424. No. Fuck all that number stuff. People try to call in. No, come on the show. You know, Kev been putting this stuff down. And listen to Deb. Don't sit and not do nothing. A lot of y'all students been here and y'all seen what Deb just did. You heard what she said. Now it's your turn. It's your turn to come on up to the front and present yourself in front of the class and show them what your ass is about here at Cairo University. Right, ladies? Yup. Yeah. What up, Art? I see you on the ground, bro. I'm finna get my crown popping. Now the gram is now under the control of Cairo University. Press one. Me going live on Instagram and TikTok and all type of fun stuff. I have to get more socially conscious, they say. Man, you got to put yourself out here, man. You got to do it like this, man. You got to, man. And that's out there. Somebody texted me and said, man, it's an awesome show. Thank you. We doing great. I enjoy everything we talk about. We only made, who is this? Jason Harris, Cedric Jefferson. Shout out to you and you two brothers for contributing to today's program. Jason Harris and Cedric Jefferson. Thank you two brothers for supporting this broad. The rest of you brothers in the bungalows, make sure you hit that link. That's where the real currency comes from, as you can tell. That's where the real currency comes from. I'm making it to where you can't even hang out with Kev if you ain't serious. I'm Michelle McClain. We ain't wake up. Oh, that's Michael McClain. Oh, Mike, you gotta. I thought it said Michelle. Shout out to Mike. Arnis, what up? Forrest Glory. Who is this? Eric Pearl. Shout out to you, Benjamin. Thank you for coming on the program. Come on, Montez Tolliver. What up, champ? My man, let me see. I'm going through the chat. My man, Art. Yeah. I hope to see each and every one of y'all over there on Coffee and Kush TV Live. That's for sure. Let me see. Well, y'all don't want to call in. That's fine. I'm gonna keep delivering this punch. Press one. Let me see. I'm gonna keep delivering this truth. You can't. You Haitian folk. Today's y'all day. We got a call from South Africa. My man Benjamin called in from South Africa, bruh. Tomorrow. I think they on a whole different. I think they live in tomorrow. I think the Africans is living tomorrow. Tomorrow calling in today, brother. Y'all get y'all shit right. Y'all need to get y'all priorities in order. Press one. Now watch this one. Share screen. Elon Musk. Okay, here we go.
My father immigrated from Haiti to the United States in the late 60s as a teenager, and I want to talk about these recent comments about the Haitians in Springfield. My father immigrated from Haiti to the United States in the late 60s as a teenager, and I want to talk about these recent comments about the Haitians in Springfield, Ohio. First, I want to say my father and I are now estranged, but I did know him in my very, very young years, and when he immigrated, he was one person, and they weren't sending, thousands of Haitians in one area. He wasn't eating people's pets, and he didn't practice voodoo. But he did say that most of the island, the majority of the island, does practice voodoo. The reason they eat cats is for two reasons. Number one is survival. This is the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere. You can't just go to a food bank like you can here, or just go to McDonald's and get some free or cheap food, unless, of course, there's a Christian missionary there. People in the United States have a really hard time imagining that type of thing, but it is true. Second, they do animal sacrifices for their religion, voodoo. They make these animal sacrifices to these gods for different reasons. You can do your own research on this. Do I think voodoo is a demonic religion? Yes, I do. That doesn't mean that you hate these people. These people need prayer. But you can't just take over all these people from another country and expect it to work. Not to mention, it doesn't fix the problems of that country. And there's more people left in Haiti that we can bring over. It's not racist to acknowledge that this is a problem. It's not racist to talk about these things that are happening. This is not just white Americans saying this is Black Americans. You can look at the people in Springfield, Ohio saying that. Y'all just want to joke about Trump and say that he's crazy for saying that this is happening instead of actually checking at all to see if this is happening. You want to make jokes about these things. Well, what if it were happening to you and your community? And no, it's beyond eating their pets, even though that is bad enough.
What they have done to our country by allowing these millions and millions of people to come into our country, and look at what's happening to the towns all over the United States. And a lot of towns don't want to talk. It's not going to be Aurora or Springfield. A lot of towns don't want to talk about it because they're so embarrassed by it. In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there.
And look how she laughed at that. They're eating them.
The pets of the people that came in.
No, man, nigga, when we hang out in the men barbecue pit, that's what we saying. Nigga, did you hear? They down there eating the dogs. They gotta go home. I am now noticing that more organic Americans, not tethered Americans, not first, second generation of immigrant Americans. I'm talking about organic Americans, not Indians, not federalized, the organic one. Most of them, we all agree. And we all, I don't know if we're just awakening. I don't know if it's just the right time. But I'm starting to see our brothers a lot more, not just politically inclined, but thinking with a lot more clarity. I do.
A lot of towns don't want to talk about it because they're so embarrassed by it. In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there.
Now the immigrant community, which is all of them, are coming together to say Donald Trump a racist. See, we told y'all.
And this is what's happening in our country.
Just want to clarify here. You bring up Springfield, Ohio, and ABC News did reach out to the city manager there. He told us there have been no credible reports of specific claims of pets being harmed, injured, or abused by individuals within the immigrant community.
Something wrong with y'all. Something's really wrong with that community. Look at this. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let me find out how to work this real quick. I want y'all to see John Legend, funny looking self. All right, now watch this. This is my man John Legend. Present. Screen share. There we go. All right, now listen to John.
Ohio. Hello, everyone. My name is John Legend, and I was born as John R. Stevens.
Y'all with these names, and he looked French. He looked Asian, melanated, Asian with an Amazon Negro kit.
Hello, everyone. My name is John Legend.
Hello, everyone. I was born as, I thought he was about to say something else.
And I was born as John R. Stevens from a place called Springfield, Ohio. Oh, Springfield, Ohio. You may have heard of Springfield, Ohio this week. In fact, if you watched the debate, we were discussed by our presidential candidates, including a very special, interesting man named Donald J. Trump. Now, Springfield has had a large influx of Haitian immigrants have come to our city. Now, our city had been shrinking for decades.
Go
we didn't
ahead.
have enough jobs.
These Democrats. Hold up.
We didn't have enough opportunity. So people left and went somewhere else. So when I was there, we had upwards of 75,000 people. And in the last 5 years, we were down to like 60,000 people. But of late, during the Biden administration, there have been more jobs that opened up, more manufacturing jobs, more plants, factories that needed employees and were ready to hire people. So we had a lot of job opportunities, and we didn't have enough people in our town of 60,000 people to fill those jobs. And during the same time, there had been upheaval and turmoil in Haiti, and the federal government granted visas and immigration status to a certain number of Haitian immigrants so they could come to our country legally. And our demand in Springfield for additional labor met up with the supply of additional Haitian immigrants. And here we are. We had about 15,000 or so immigrants move to my town of 60,000. Now, you might say, wow, that's a lot of people for a town that only had 60,000 before. That's a 25% increase. That is correct. So you might imagine there are some challenges with, integrating a new population, new language, new culture, new dietary preferences, all kinds of reasons why there might be growing pains, making sure there are enough services to accommodate the new larger population that might need bilingual service providers, et cetera, et cetera. So there are plenty of reasons why this might be a challenge for my hometown. But the bottom line is these people came to Springfield because there were jobs for them and they were willing to work. And they wanted to live the American dream, just like your German ancestors, your Irish ancestors, your Italian ancestors, your Jewish ancestors, your Jamaican.
They just here to destabilize. And their way of doing it is, just like all of our ancestors came from Africa and Ireland, and they used their false history to validate their invasion.
Ancestors, your Polish ancestors, all these ancestors who have moved to this country, maybe not speaking the language that everyone else spoke, maybe not eating the same foods, maybe having to adjust, maybe having to integrate, but all coming because they saw opportunity for themselves and their families in the American dream, and they came here to do that.
Oh my goodness. Afro or organic Americans need to come together. I ain't talking about, never mind. Y'all need to come together or come out of this false sense of law. This is embarrassing, and I'm going to be laughing all the way to the end of time.
Some facts about immigrants. They usually do very well here. They are hardworking. They're ambitious. They commit less crime than native-born Americans. And they...
Not like this.
It's to you. Kev Gills, I got you on me. Welcome to the You Have a Seat. The only professor applying pressure when you teach. Big cloud in these YouTube streets. I cheat like Wiz Khalif. Call it in if you gon' speak. Press 1 when you're checking in. I got the merch, cop a coffee, a kush shirt. Support the brand if you support the man. With the spirit of Steve Coakley, they can't hold me back around and fade away on them like a COVID. Only straight shooter on this computer. Who else you know gonna bring it to your real truth? Hallelujah. More haters, more moderators. Get yourself timed up for making outlandish statements. Yeah, ain't no playing. Bungalow 54 is where you go with the herd. I got no patience. Either for God or you love Satan. It's reclassification over entertainment. It's for you. Everybody wanna have a school, but it's for you.
That easy.
Care less what a hater say you do. It's for you.
Hold up. Check out. Look at the difference. For His glory say, them coming illegally is criminal itself. To generalize all of us and say they're less criminal, all of them are criminals. All of them. Every last one of them. Every last one of them is criminal. They're all illegal, which makes them criminal, which makes you a liar, because I'm not a criminal. They're more criminal than us. There's 30, 40 million of y'all who just came, all y'all criminals together. It's criminality. But I call that like the Valley of Jehoshaphat. Almighty God say He's going to bring all y'all together in this. All of y'all is hooked in together, so it don't matter. Tether, baby. It takes hooks. Get you right in your lip. One ain't no getting away from a good fisherman. Got him. It's that easy. And you wonder why all these niggas left Kev Gill. Because I'm one of the only organic, I'm one of the last remnant with the DNA activation to even speak. That's why. Most of these niggas ain't talking about nothing. And the women know it. Ain't talking about nothing. At least I got a clear vision on what the coming of the Lord even could look like. At least I do. So they're less. This is exactly who Benjamin was talking about. These your original Moors and Asiatic, Euro-Asiatic, Asian, Aryan mixed thingy here. These are the ones, bro. It's all about destabilization. Let me tell you why we got to destabilize you. Because we less criminal than you. But you came over here illegally. Yeah, I know. We do less crime and we're ambitious. Well, if I grew up with, never mind. I hope y'all tune in to Coffee and Kush TV, Kev Row. I'm going to take a break. But I will be back in less than 2 hours. Got to eat me some breakfast, a smoothie or something, your boy. You know. And I gotta continue to build on a few things. But yeah, they have normalized wrong over right, evil over good. No, you got it, and there's more to that. How do you explain that? Yeah, they normalized it, see Lois, but explain it. We've been saying this. That's in scripture. Now, get on this microphone and go. What I teach you. Now is that time. See, I know that already, see Lewis, but I know you've been here longer than that. Little simple comment. You got to be able to articulate yourself here. Kev Row University. And as always, family, I'll holler.